Namaste, yogis. This practice is about embracing change. It kind of stirred up to me this morning in meditation where I was just thinking on the fact that sometimes we set a plan in motion for a big change in our lives, and then other times the universe just kind of drops change on us. And when that happens, it can feel very overwhelming or disorienting or very stressful. And I truly feel that any kind of change that happens is a blessing. There's always an opportunity for growth and exploration of self. And, often we get kind of in the rhythms of just what our everyday is, and it feels comfortable and safe. And sometimes those abrupt changes can disrupt those feelings of ease. But often, and just reflecting in my own life, that any sort of changes has always been so good for me. So whether it's a change of location, a change of jobs, a change of uh, just activities that I'm doing in my life, that's, listening to that intuition that's kind of pulling me towards something new and scary. Um, Yoga was one of those things for me in my life where I wasn't sure about this practice called yoga. And then it was very scary those first few classes that I went into, and everything was very hard and challenging. And it was just new, but then you just invite it in. You just let it resonate deeper within your cells than just kind of your mind's eye or that conscious brain. Um, so, with anything, any sort of change that happens in your life, I think taking a moment to sit with what that change really means and the opportunities that change can bring. So, since change is the theme of this practice, I think on where is habit stuck in our body. So, in the hips, in the heart space, in the shoulders is where we kind of lock on to what is comfortable, what becomes habit in our everyday. And so, this practice will just unlock those spaces and create a new freedom for you to move into. This is a power class, so it's going to be really short and sweet. So you're just going to move with the rhythms that show up, and take it at your own pace if you need to. And if you need to just kind of sit and breathe into whatever stirs up, feel free to do that. So all you'll need, just a comfortable place to practice. If you have a block that you like to use for just an extension of the arms, we will be getting into some standing poses that could use that if you need it. Yeah, so if you're ready to embrace this practice, maybe embrace a new change in your life, find a comfortable place to sit, close the eyes, and we'll begin. So we're finding a comfortable seat. You're rooting down and anchoring with your sits bones. So you can be elevated on a cushion or a block, or you can just be seated on the floor. And allow the body to stack. So you're stacking the shoulders over the hips, you're stacking the crown and the head over the tailbone, you're aligning the spine. And soften the eyelids, relax the jaw. And maybe connect to the mantra, I embrace change. That can be a very scary statement, but just let it sink in. I embrace change. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can, I flourish in change. And that kind of gave me goosebumps. I flourish in change. I embrace change. Whatever those two mantras that resonate the most with you, just let that find the rhythm of your breath. If you feel any muscles tightening, if you feel the space around your hips or your heart or your shoulders squeezing, bring that breath to those areas and just let it soften. Let it soften, and you find that mantra, I embrace change, or I flourish in change. And if you think about it, we're always changing. Even when we're sitting still, our cells are changing, our body's changing, our mind's matter is changing, the chemicals of our body is changing. Just like leaning into change, leaning into that true evolution of our being, mind, body, and spirit. And trust the universe for whatever it has for you, whatever it's pulling you towards. We all have that intuition, that whisper of our own minds, the higher power that knows our journey, knows where we've been and where we're going. And sometimes you just got to get quiet to hear that whisper and differentiate the whisper from kind of the conscious, logical mind. A few more rounds of breath here, just as you arrive. Change is a scary concept for you. That's okay. You're not alone. Change can be super scary. The unknown is scary, but you have all the tools that you need. You have all the support that you need to move forward, move into the darkness and finding your own light. Go ahead and bring the palms together, bow the chin, set your intention. So maybe it's embracing change, maybe it's flourishing change, or maybe it's whatever resonates the most with you right now in this moment. Go ahead and flutter the eyes open. Let's take it onto our mats. Come into a wide kneed child's pose. As wide as the knees will go. So that's us getting into the hip area. Toes together to touch, hips sink heavy onto the heels, arms will track forward. If the hips stay lifted when you're in child's pose, you can always bring a block underneath the forehead, or if the knees feel sensitive, you can bring some towels or something behind the knees. Let's go ahead and reach the arms forward. Let the palms press down, spread the fingers wide, begin to activate and infuse circulation into the arms, the upper back, without drawing the shoulders into the ears. Feel that activation. If the shoulders draw forward, just walk the hands back slightly. Shoulder blades move wide. And then just release the forehead down for a moment here. So keeping the forearms engaged, keeping the palms of the hands engaged. Feel that press of the hips back so you're activating to the inner hips, releasing the lower back. Big breath in. And then exhale. Let it go. Let go of whatever you don't need. Just let it out on your mat. Big breath in. Big breath out. Close the mouth, ujjayi breath. So that's a big inhale through the nose, little constriction to the back of the throat, that whispering. Feel that cleaning of the nasal passage. Keeping the mouth closed, you're going to exhale that same little audible exhale. And that's just firing up the inner belly, that space of intuition. Let's take a walk of the hands over towards the right. Just a really nice side body stretch. Beginning to get into the shoulders. Keep the hips heavy and squared here. Again, let the head sink down. Keep them elevated and activate into this shape. Maybe walk a little bit farther over. Breathe big into that left lung. And walk the hands all the way over towards that left side. Press the palms. Breathe into that activation into the shoulder, the side body. Hips stay heavy. One more breath here. Maybe walk a little farther over. Again, let's walk the hands to center. Palms press underneath the shoulders. Fingers point forward. You can adjust here, and then let's just take a few rounds of cat-cow. So dropping the belly, inhale, looking up. Exhale, round the back body, chin to chest, push the floor away. And then let's just take a few cycles of breath there. Whatever range of motion that feels good for your body. I love the full range of motion, especially if you're practicing in the morning. You want to activate and awaken all those little parts of your body, activate into every cell. And then maybe a little shift around. Feels nice in one way or the other. I'm going to take one more breath here. Inhale, neutral spine. Let's take the right leg, extend it back, curl the right toes under. Press the heel, just activate into the calf. And then we'll take that right leg just as high as your right hip. You can point the toe, flex the foot, give it a little wiggle of the ankle. And then let's take that left arm forward. If you feel the belly sink down, you're kind of spilling that pelvic bowl. See if you can lift the belly back up towards the anterior of the spine. Lift from the inseam of the right leg and then extend through the left fingertips. Nice long lines of energy. Big inhale. And then exhale. Let's go ahead and bring right knee, left elbow to tap. Inhale, extend, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, and you can kind of over exaggerate and lift that right leg a little bit higher. Just don't dump the belly. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Good. Exhale, left hand down. Right leg's going to extend out. Right foot hugs the floor in line with that left knee. And then let's just take a little movement forward and back. Breathe into any sensations that you feel here. If you want to slide the foot a little farther out, flex, kind of draw that right hip towards the left side, or if you really want to press, you can just explore what that feels like in the body. Good, one more. Again, let's take that right leg, extend it back once again, flex the foot, point the toe, and then let's line up that right foot with the line to the left knee, left hand. If you need to kickstand that left foot a little bit, feel free to do that. Hug the outer right foot down, feel the arch lift, and then when you're ready, take that right arm up. And maybe the right arm up and over here. See if you can lift out of that left shoulder. And then if you're good here, maybe that right arm tracks back to neutral, and then the right foot lifts just as high as that right hip. Right hand can find the right hip, and then you're either going to bend that right knee forward or take the straight leg. Lift from the inseam of the leg, maybe flex the foot. Try not to sink the hips back, but draw towards that right foot. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Good, lift, and then we'll extend that right leg back. Right hand down, right toes down, curl the toe, give a little stretch. Good, and then right knee in line with the left knee. Inhale forward, shift the hips to the right, around to the left. Inhale, do 3 rounds, big sweeping circles with the hips. You should be feeling the outer hips, still into the glutes. Good, inhale forward, and then let's switch directions. One more. Back to neutral. Go ahead and take that left toe, curl it under, press into the heel. Just a really beautiful calf stretch here. And then right foot will lift just as high as the hip. Toes will stay turned down. We'll point, flex, circle the ankle. Keep the belly lifted. When you're ready, reach the right arm forward. So it's a nice stretch through opposite corners of the body. Big inhale, and then as you exhale, let's take right elbow, left knee, round the back body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, hug in. Inhale, extend. You can get a little lift of that left leg. Hug in. Inhale. Keep that left leg lifted. Right hand goes down. And then we'll go ahead and take that left foot out towards the left side. Let the foot press down, and then we'll just take that movement forward and back. So left foot in line with that right knee. You're tracking in the same plane, and then just some stretching back and forth, and you can play around with like shifting non-linearly and then forward and back. Good. Inhale forward, and then we'll take that left leg, extend it back. Left foot in line with the right foot, with the right knee and the right hand. So you can kind of set up your plane here, maybe kickstand that right foot a little bit, and then left arm's going to go up. Press into the outer edge of that left foot. Feel the inner inseam of that left leg get activated here. You can kind of feel that opening of the hips, and then maybe that left arm reaches up and over, and then you can take that left foot just as high as your hip here. Stabilize the body, a couple rounds of breath. Again, lifting out of that undercarriage of the body, out of the right shoulder, out of the right hip. So you're activating the muscles so everything's a little bit lighter to lift. Left hand to your hip, and either that left knee forward or left foot forward. And then see if you can lift from the inseam of that right leg. Try not to lean back so you stay as much in that plane of the right hand and right knee as you can. Stay for another 2 breaths. Let it shake and quake for a moment. And then go ahead and drag that left leg back, left hand down, and then left toe curls under. A nice little stretch here, just as we started, so like nothing ever happened, but your muscles feel a bit more relieved. So sometimes that's change, right? You don't even realize it's happening until it happens, and then it's done, you feel relief. Bring the knees together, take an inhale forward, sweep the hips to the left, over to the right. Inhale forward. Left, right, forward. One more big sweep. Switch directions. And be gentle on the knees if you feel any pinching or discomfort there. Inhale forward. Curl the toes, lift the hips, press back, down dog. You can open up your down dog here. A couple rounds of breath, just pressing it out. Big breath in. Big breath out, so much so you feel the navel lift to the anterior of the spine. Tap into your hara, that intuition center of your being. And then let's walk the hands back towards the feet, forward folds. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, let's just roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way up to stand, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Sweep the arms around. Inhale, grab for the left wrist, stretch up and over towards the right. Take it back to center, up and over towards the left. Good, to center. Turn the palms, bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Movement here that feels good. Maybe lift the pinky edges of the knuckles towards the ceiling. Soften the knees. A little sway out. Good. Inhale, reach up. Turn the palms, bring it back. One finger over so it feels a little funny. Squeeze the palms together, Hasta Bandha, and then maneuver. Soften the knees. You can take it a little bit deeper, over exaggerate it a little bit, sway it out. Good. And then inhale, reach up, big breath. Exhale and fold. Glide it out and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk the hands forward, plank pose. Keep a dome in that upper back, drop the hips, shift forward, chaturanga, maybe with the knees down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts big. Inhale, right foot steps forward between the palms of the hands. See on the ball of the back foot, and inhale to crescent lunge. Sit deep into it as you exhale. Right knee tracks over that right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale up. And exhale, twist. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. This time, cartwheel open, warrior two, right arm forward, left arm back. Sit into it, right arm reverses, left hand to the back of that left thigh, big inhale, and then exhale, windmill the hands to the mat, press the palms, step it back, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg lifts, big inhale. Exhale, left foot moves through, stay on the ball of the back foot. Power into both legs. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale to soften deeper. Inhale, straighten through, twist. Left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale with control. Exhale, twist. One more time, inhale. Exhale, twist it out. And then let's maneuver the arms. Find warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to windmill to the mat. Step it back. Plank to down dog, or find your vinyasa here if you like. Breath in, breath out. Either out the nose or out the mouth, whatever feels good. One more breath. And breath out. Inhale, walk the hands back towards the feet, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll it up all the way up, stretch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Circle the arms. Inhale, grab for the left wrist. Take the stretch up and over towards the right. Root into the right foot and maybe float that left foot. So mostly in change, you feel completely out of balance and unsupported. So let this emulate that feeling of feeling out of balance, but also knowing you're in perfect control of yourself. Drop the left foot, switch it out, right arm, left hand to the right wrist, take the stretch up and over. And then once again, you know it's coming, you see change coming, let's invite it in. Right foot lifts, floats, hovers. And instead of getting panicked by that feeling of out of balance, feel your control even as your body is kind of shaking and searching for that equilibrium. Good, bring it back to center. Big inhale, lift up, look up, maybe a back bend here if that feels nice. Exhale, sink the hips, bend the knees, bring the hands behind the back, Utkatasana with that shoulder opener. Hug the palms of the hands together, draw the shin bones back, sink a little deeper, open the heart, big inhale. Move it around if you like. Challenge yourself to sink lower. And then go ahead and fold forward. Keep the palms of the hands together as you go into that Uttanasana, forward fold. Knuckles towards the ceiling. Bend of the knees, however degree feels conducive to your body. Couple rounds of breath just to explore. Squeeze in, hug in. So you're kind of pushing that circulation out of the shoulders by way of this bind. And then go ahead and release, roll the shoulders. Walk the hands forward. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right leg lifts, big inhale. If you want to stack the hips, feel free to do that. Exhale, right foot tracks forward, stay on the ball of the back foot. Inhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, straighten, exhale, twist. Inhale, straighten, exhale, twist. Straighten, twist. This time, right hand's going to drop to the back of that left leg. Left arm's going to reach up and back. And then windmill the hands, find that warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Keep tracking that right knee forward. Exhale, right forearm to the inside of the right leg, left arm up and over. If you want to play with a bind here, you're welcome to find that. Just keep the heart open and keep that left shoulder moving back. Exhale to release, left arm up. And we're going to come back into the warrior two, palms of the hands together, find Skandasana towards the back end of your mat. So left knee bends, right toes point up. And then see if you can keep that control. Come back into crescent here. So left toes back, right foot roots, big inhale, and then exhale, we're gonna twist. Stay for 5 breaths here. As much power in the back leg as the front leg. Thumbs to the heart, palms together. So change sometimes comes out of nowhere. The uncertainty of life, but you move with it and you find your balance and you love it, right? Like at the end of the day, you love that kind of unknowing but flourishing of yourself. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands release down. Step it back. Maybe a 3-legged vinyasa or regular. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high, heels low. Left leg lifts, big inhale. Maybe stack the hips, bend the knee, open here. Exhale, left foot moves through. Stay on the ball of the right. Crescent lunge, we've been here before. Feels kind of normal again. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale to twist. This time, left hand to the right thigh, right arm up and over. And then let's exhale, come into warrior 2. And again, you've been here before. It's familiar. It's comfortable. Drop the right hand, flip the left, reverse. Exhale, left arm to the inseam of that left leg, right arm up and over. Maybe you want to find a bind action here. Just keep the heart open. Keep the hips low. Left knee tracking out. And then you just got to breathe through it. Breathe into it. Good. And then we'll unwind, reach up. Come back into your warrior 2. Palms together. Shift back into that right leg. Hover for a breath or 2. Power into that left heel. Come up. Crescent lunge. So on the ball of the back foot. Palms together to the heart. Take the twist. And then just press that right heel back. Sink the hips. Left knee moves forward. Feel that unbinding of the thoracic band of the spine, that mid-back and the shoulders. Good. And then inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands lower. Left leg lifts, chaturanga. Any variation that you like there. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips high, heels low. Couple breaths. Sway the hips, paddle it out, whatever feels good. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale to lift, extend the heart away. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, extend up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Circle the arms. Inhale, big breath. Maybe you grab for that left wrist, take the stretch up and over. Look up. Maybe you float that left foot just a couple inches off your mat. Back to center, right wrist up and over. Hover that right foot. Back to center, inhale. Turn the palms, bring the hands behind the back. Sink the hips, Utkatasana, power pose. Draw the shin bones back, open the heart. Feel the lift of the toes, so you're really sinking into the heels. Scooch the tailbone down, sit a little bit lower, lift the palms a little higher. And then exhale, fold it out and over, but keep the bind. Explore your space here. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Maneuver the knuckles from side to side. And then go ahead and release. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward. Come into plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes together to touch right leg lifts. Big inhale. Right knee to the right wrist for pigeon. Left foot back. Now, if you have more time and you want to do that whole sequence again, yogi choice. If you're short on time and you're just into a quick power flow, we'll go right into just a gentle hip opener. You can lower down if you like to lower down, a few rounds of breath. And check in with yourself here. Best time to check in when you're still. Power of meditation. You know, that word scares a lot of people or creates a whole bunch of different connotations, but really it's just stillness. It's hard to see below the surface when the water is rough. So we just find stillness is all. You can call it meditation, but I like to call it just stillness, finding your stillness. Good. Let's shift to the right side. Sweep the left leg around. Find a little twist here. Find your bind. So left sole of the foot down. Right foot stays close to the body. Left knee points up. Big in-breath with that right hand, and maybe take that left hand to the base of your spine. Feel an extension of the torso, and then exhale, twist. Right tricep to the outside of that left thigh. Gaze towards the left shoulder here. If you're a fan of binding, you can slide the right arm through, slide the left hand around, and either hold the hands or hold a wrist. But if it compromises the shape of your twist or the depth of your twist, maybe the binding isn't what you need in this particular moment. Just feel it out. Full exhale. Release whatever you have. And then let's just take a counter twist to the other side and let's just walk it back. You're welcome to take a vinyasa here or just find down dog. Left leg lifts, big in-breath. Left knee to the left tricep, left wrist. Right leg extends back, pigeon, left side, big inhale. And then exhale to lower you. If you feel like you're holding on to remnants of the resistance of change, so stress and fear and hurt, and with any change comes a loss. So maybe you feel a loss of something you were or you had, but like the phoenix, you kind of have to burn through and restart into something fresh. So letting that kind of what was just burn up. So whether you're still holding on to something, just imagine you're exhaling it onto your mat, and your mat is a good place to just take hold of what no longer serves you. Just leave it on your mat. Anger, fear, hurt, loss, anxiety, stress, like all those things, just surrender it to your mat. Thank you, Matt, and thank you, yoga practice, for holding this space for me. I'm ready to embrace change, embrace this next chapter. Check out the head and the neck. Check out the shoulders and the hips. And then let's go ahead and rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Sweep the right leg around. Set up your twist, and if you want to take the right hand to the base, left arm up, and then find just a really nice rinsing out. You might find one side's tighter than the other. If you went for the bind on the other side, maybe you go for the bind on this side. If it's tighter terrain, just sit with that. Modify if you need to. Full breath in, full breath out. Unwind, counter twist. And then come back to center. We're just going to come on our backs from here. Hug that knees into the chest and shake it out. And we'll finish Shavasana. You can do Shavasana with the legs up the wall, traditional Shavasana with the legs long and the arms long, or if we're just kind of opening and releasing everything, hips, shoulders, maybe soles of the feet together. One hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And we'll just end practice with a few rounds of easy breath in a hip opener or releasing pose, whatever serves you. Breath in. Hold at the top. Hold, hold, hold. Open the mouth. Exhale. Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here longer. If you're ready and needing to move on, you can give a little movement, wiggle to the body. Just stretch in to your physical body. Again, stretch out. Maybe a gentle roll to one side, or you can kind of rock and roll up to a seat. In a comfortable seat, bring the palms together to your heart space. Bow the chin to your chest. Just feel your thumbs into your sternum for a moment. Feel your own heartbeat. Noticing that beat. Softening around your own stillness. Using that stillness for clarity and connection to your most divine self. The self that moves with the rhythms of your life and doesn't hang on to what was, but embraces what is next. And just allowing that to guide you to your truest, your highest, and your best self. I'm sending you all love and energy and connection near and far. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice on embracing change. It's an honor and a privilege to connect with all of you in all ways, shapes, and forms. Namaste.